supporting Marley in this next phase of his life.
And Xander. And I think someone is going to come read a blessing for you.
She might need to help me. It feels like yesterday when you and I took our first morning walk down the road from here to Lewis for your first day of kindergarten. Last week, we took our last walk together to elementary school as you now bridge to middle school.
In those years, I've watched you grow so much, physically, mentally, and emotionally. But most of all, I've watched your kindness grow. I'm proud of you in ways I don't have the words to describe. Over the next few years, you're going to take more and more walks without me, both literally and metaphorically. I hope you take with you the memories and lessons of those walks we took together, to always appreciate the beauty of the world around you, to care for your family and loved ones, and to explore with confidence the world around you, always knowing how to find your way home.
Xander, we are so excited to see what's next for you. Know that you are a part of a loving congregation that will continue to be here for you. Will you, congregation, commit to supporting Xander in this next phase of his life?
We will.
Thank you. Oh, made through that without too many tears, at least of my own. Love y'all. One more time, friends. Will you commit to supporting all of our youth here at UU FEC into whatever life has in store for them next?
We will.
Thank you. Now, treasured tradition in our fellowship is the sharing of personal joys, milestones, concerns during our worship service. This is a sacred time. It is for individuals who are experiencing truly significant events in their personal lives. We invite you to come forward and place a pebble in the bowl and share silently, or please be brief if you would. Through this brief ritual, we deepen our connection to one another. And as always, we ask that you only share personal stories that you have permission to share.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and this is Olivia, and tomorrow is our birthday. She is turning 10, and I'm turning 40, so big milestones, but happy birthday, Olivia.
So I'm Amy, and another transition this month. My youngest grandson graduated from collegiate high school and is off in the fall to the University of South Florida in Tampa to study architecture. We
In our fellowship, we see generosity as a spiritual practice. And this fellowship is supported entirely by pledges and donations. If you're paying your pledge today, please mark your check in the memo line that you're paying your pledge. If this is your first time here, feel free to pass the plate along. We're just glad you're here. After the song of dedication, we will share cash and designated checks with our May Split the Plate partner, Crestview Resource Center. The CRC collaborates with nonprofit organizations, government agencies, churches, civic groups, and delivers comprehensive direct client services and educational programs. Their goal is to create a welcoming, family-friendly space where individuals can access essential resources and support in Crestview and the surrounding areas. Please be generous as you are able. Hello, again. I'm really excited to talk to you today, and I'm excited to have all of our friends with us, too. When I first accepted the job as Director of Religious Exploration here at UUFBC, I had some vague notion of what that might mean, sure. I mean, I had volunteered with RE before and knew most of the kids in our program. But I could never have guessed just how transformative and life-affirming it would be. Here, actually, Rachel, here. Daniel, go over with Rachel. Thank you. Just planning things, sorry. So I could never have guessed how life-affirming and transformative it would be. You see, at the time that I took this job, something big was happening within our larger denomination, the Unitarian Universalist Association. A lot was changing, and those changes are still rippling out. Changes meant to help propel our communities into brighter, more inclusive, more affirming futures. A future where we put love at the center of our newly expressed values, which you can see on the order of service. Really neat little graphic. And this wasn't just a change in language or a symbolism. It signals a larger transformation that we are still in the midst of. The tradition that we inherit of Unitarian Universalism has always evolved. It is an important part of who we are, that evolution. However, while change is how we transform and grow, it always carries with it a set of challenges. For many years, decades, I think, our program for religious education, which would later become religious exploration, a change that we will get to in a moment, the program was called Tapestry of Faith, or often just Tapestry for short. For years, UUs from across our denomination created, published, and shared specific curriculum under the Tapestry banner. These could easily be plugged in to any RE program at any UUA congregation. Easy as that. And there are many great programs that are a part of Tapestry. Many programs that I know that our volunteers and children alike remember quite fondly. I say that because a part of this shift has included an attempt to update the way that we do religious exploration. The decision was made to sunset the whole program.
News. We interrupt this service to bring you urgent and breaking news. All religious exploration classes have ended. I repeat, there is no more RE, and the local children are already reacting to this news. We have a report of a rowdy boy disrupting a local church service.
Well, that was weird. I hope it doesn't happen again. Where was I before I was interrupted? Oh yeah, Tapestry sunsetting, and that's the word that they chose. A soft retiring of a much beloved, but now out of date program. There are still some resources available for us RE folks, not as much as there was before. It's growing, but not the kind of complete curriculum programs that Tapestry provided. And so, as a new DRE, I was faced with a challenge of my own. What do we do? And what do we even do back there? At first, I tried to write lesson plans based on the Tapestry formula, the same kind of teacher-student relationship. And I poured so much work into researching different world religions like Islam and Buddhism, and I would write lessons based on them. It wasn't really working that well, though. It felt too much like school. And the kids get enough of that I teach, you listen dynamic throughout the week. It felt to me that RE should be different. Not religious education, the pattern I had so easily fallen into, but religious exploration. So I ditched the carefully constructed lessons that I realize now were boring. Sorry, kids. And I tried something else. I let them talk. Instead of
We interrupt this service to bring you more breaking news. We are getting reports of local girls with nowhere to go on Sunday who sit at home all day scrolling on their phone.
how boring. Wow, the news these days, you know what I mean? You just can't get a break from it. Like I was saying, we ditched the school vibe and started letting them talk. Instead of constructing a lesson to teach them something, we now develop discussion questions that help guide them toward their own explorations of big questions. Instead of telling them how to be better, kinder friends, we ask them what they think that a good friend would be like. And the discussion takes us to places that the kids need it to go. Things in their lives that they need help with. And because we are not bound by a strict lesson plan, we are free to follow their exploration wherever they think that it should go. And in this way, they help us craft better lessons for each other in conversation than we as teachers could prepare alone. And of all the wonderful, wide-ranging, and deeply meaningful conversations that I have been so blessed to be a part of since taking this job, there are a few topics that come up again and again. One thing that comes up quite a lot is how hard it is for our RE kids to navigate a world where most of their friends at school go to different churches, churches that don't allow you to believe what you want or even ask certain questions. I'm sure this experience will be familiar to many of y'all, if not all of you here. But how do we deal with being spiritual outcasts? And how do we help our kids learn to deal with it? These are real questions that our kids have asked us. And without a vessel like religious exploration, they would have no place to ask things like this. Or how about the big question of God? Our kids hear all about it from their friends in their daily lives, often being told what to believe or what not to believe. And in RE, they are free to disagree with each other, or even with me. Some of them, like my boy Shua, is dedicated to science and will reject outright anything at all that sounds supernatural. While others, like our friend Annabelle, tell me that they have felt spirits among the trees. And these thoughts and beliefs, they all commingle in kind and friendly discussion. That's what religious exploration is.
We interrupt the service once again to bring you more breaking news. We are now receiving reports that a local trans boy is being bullied for his identity, and there is no RE in the world. He has no place that accepts him for who he is.
I am not a girl.
Identity. That has been a big one for us this year too. More and more schools and public places grow less and less inclusive of LGBTQ people, especially in an area like ours. But at least here, and at least in our little community of religious exploration, our kids are affirmed and encouraged to be who they see themselves to be. We might not be able to change the outside world, but with these kids' help, we have created an inclusive and loving, brave space where we are seen as we want to be seen. We're not just a classroom of fellow explorers. We are a family that do what family does best. We validate and accept each other for who we are. Working with kids has a way of simplifying things, especially big things like religion. We can't rely on vague answers to these big questions. We can't rely on nice platitudes either. They won't accept that. They will keep asking and asking, why? And what do you mean? So it might be a pretty big and complicated question to ask something like, what the heck are we all doing here on Sunday morning? Calling ourselves Unitarian Universalists, lighting candles, singing songs, witnessing milestones. Or what does it even mean to engage in religious exploration? But the kids, they have taught me that those questions, the answers to them, they're not complicated at all. What are we doing? We ask big questions. We think about them deeply. We share from our hearts. And we search for answers to those big questions together. Hand in hand, the whole way. That's what we are doing.
We interrupt the service again to bring you what will certainly be our last piece of breaking news, perhaps the last piece of news ever broadcast. All reports point to a world that has collapsed into an apocalyptic wasteland where children fight amongst themselves over the scraps of the old world. If only they had a place where they... where?
Rachel, oh, yeah.
I don't know where.
Here, if only they had a place where they could.
Explore big ideas together, grow together, and accept each other for who they are.
Fight amongst yourselves. Oh my God, it's Bedlam. All right. All right, now show me you can be actually good RE kids and put them all back in there. Thank you. All right, and try to be quiet. Okay, I'll wait. There you go. Thank you. And you can leave those up there. All right, thank you, kids. I think that we understand, right? We need religious exploration, and so do our kids. And I want to tell you that we have big plans for our program here at UUFBC. A lot of our kids, as you've seen, are growing up, no longer babies, though we have a few. And I would like to eventually see a youth program grow up around our kids here as they grow. A program that supports these kind of brave, inclusive spaces. And as we grow as an RE program, we are putting out now a renewed call for volunteers. If you have helped before and you want to again, please reach out. I'm making a new list. If you have not volunteered before, we would love to have you involved. We are flexible and can fit you in wherever you feel comfortable. If you have a lesson or an activity that you have in mind that you want to lead, great. Or if you want to help watch babies and toddlers, awesome. We do need that. And if you are interested in working with us to work out what a UUFEC youth program might even look like, let's talk. Please, if any of this interests you, find me after the service and we can connect. Friends, old and new, sometimes things can look pretty grim. Maybe a lot more like our apocalypse scene from earlier than we would like. But I want you to know something. I don't think that's the future that we're headed towards. No, perhaps the greatest gift that these kids have given me through all of this is hope. May it be so, and amen. Now, if you could, rise in either body or spirit to sing our closing hymn, Lean on Me, which is 1021, I believe, in the teal hymnal. If we arise love that song. Thanks for clapping. Next time. Friends, let's hear it one more time for our awesome kids in RE. Yeah. Thank you. May the light of our religious exploration inspire and ignite love and hope in your hearts this morning. When you leave here, take this light with you. Now, if our kids could help me, we're going to extinguish our chalice, right? We know this. We extinguish this chalice until we meet again, but we do not extinguish the flame that burns within each of us to make the world better. We go forth now in love. Didn't want to stop. Now, please, if you would, stay seated for the postlude.